Orange County Registered Digital.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome to OCVarsity.com for OCVarsity Gridiron Show. I'm Steve Fryer here with Carlos Arias and Dan Albano. It's a big week of football, the next to last week of the regular season. Lots to talk about. Carlos Arias, I want to talk to you about the Sunset League, or as you call it,
the Sunset League Doomsday scenario.
And why is it that?
Because anything possible will happen and is going to happen in the Sunset League. We got 4 teams right now tied for first place. LaSalle, Fountain Valley, Edison, Newport Harbor. Huntington Beach is at 1 and 2, and they're dangerous. Marina's the only one that's sitting there, on the sidelines, kind of a little over their heads. But everybody else can beat each other. They've already proven that. It's going to be crazy.
You know what? We got a big game in that Sunset League coming up this week. That's the Bell game, the battle for the Bell.
Yep.
Edison, Fountain Valley. It's always a huge game, even when there's nothing at stake. But this year there is, because what happens is somebody's going to be 2 and 2, somebody's going to be 3 and 1, and it's going to be pretty wacky.
Yeah, for sure. You look at Edison, they've had problems with their offense, and that finally became too much of a problem to overcome last week against LaSalle. So I think Fountain Valley's got the edge. I don't know what you think, Danny, but I'm going with Fountain Valley.
Fountain Valley's coming off a tough loss against Newport Harbor. Both these teams coming off loss. It's been a while since the Barons have won the big battle for the Bell game, and I kind of think the Barons are going to get it. With the new coach, Coach Fenton, even though they're coming off a tough loss, I think that and I think Edison, they're kind of right now. They're really banged up.
What a week it was last week with Servite with its great comeback win, its last gasp victory against Olu. You were at that one. We had so much craziness going on. We had Mater Dei getting beat by Santa Margarita. Who saw that one coming? Gosh, I think Mater Dei turned it over like 4 times, and all just kinds of wackiness happened there. And so we got what do we got this week in that league? We've got Olu and Margarita playing.
This is a big game for Santa Margarita. Really a must-win. They don't want to get down to week 10 and have to beat J. Sarah to try to get 5th place if some things go a certain way. But then Orange Lutherans is coming off a devastating loss. They were on the field just crying and just off, after that Hail Mary pass. But, they're a good team. Orange Lutherans is a good team, and I think they can bounce back. I think they got a lot of heart. It's not going to be easy, but I think Orange Lutheran can get the victory. And then, of course, we got, Mater Dei Bosco, which at the beginning of the year was, looked like the, championship tilt, and it can still happen. Still for the, could be for the league title. Yeah. If Mater Dei can win.
So you're picking Orange Lutheran to beat Margarita?
I'm picking Lutheran, yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. What do you think?
I'm taking Santa Margarita. I think even though, they got Kyle Sweet now in there a lot at quarterback, he's just a playmaker. He can make it happen. And, Harry Wiltz isn't going to let them go to 1 and 3. No way.
Okay, over in the Freeway League, we got a big one coming up. It's La Habra's, league again. Yeah. But Buena Park Fullerton is going to be a fun game. That's at Fullerton High School. I'm looking forward to maybe popping into that one on Friday. You got Devin Boston over on one side and Scott Lloyd on the other. Devin Boston, the running back of Buena Park, leading the county in rushing, scoring, every other pertinent category of that sort. Then you got a guy at Fullerton can throw the football. Scott Lloyd, he's averaging about 18 yards of completion, 23 touchdowns against 4 interceptions, fellas. I always pick the passing team. I'm picking Fullerton to beat Buena Park, Carlos.
Yeah, I think it was a couple weeks ago, we were picking Buena Park against Troy, and we all said, Troy's more dynamic, they can pass and run the ball, and then that one dimension that is Devin Boston was too much for anybody. Yeah, so I'm going for the one dimension. I'm going for Devin Boston and Buena Park.
Right. Oh, what do you think?
I picked against the Coyotes, and we were wrong against Troy. And, Boston is, I guess it was a little banged up last week, but I corresponded with Coach White today, and Boston's ready to go, going to play. So I'm going to pick Coyotes. I think he's going to be too much. They got some other athletes on Buena Park's team, but it's going to be tough. Lloyd's coming off, threw 6 touchdown passes last week against Sonora.
Yes.
So, but I'm picking the Coyotes to win this one and then set up that other, showdown with La Habra.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that's what's going on. Boy, a lot of football happening. Doomsday in the Sunset League. Crazy days in the Trinity League. A big game in the Freeway League. Lots going on this week. Week 9 of the Orange County High School football season. Thank you for visiting us here at OCVarsity.com. Thank you to our expert producer and director behind the camera there, Jonathan Khamis. And again, thanks for hanging out with us here at OCVarsity.com, where
we got you covered.
Thank you.
Orange County Register. We are here in the service of Orange County.